Hey there, welcome to a healthy conversation at Krech Cottage in Indian Lake. It's a beautiful day. And yes, I know you're probably going, wow, she's shorter than I thought she was. Yeah, that would be because I don't have heels on right now. I'm standing here in my bare feet. It is the lake after all. So now listen, today we've got something pretty important to share with folks, right? It's going to be probably new information to you. It might be a little bit shocking, but we believe it's really good news. I had some testing done, well, I've been having testing done for a while. As we're doing a bunch of research, I'm partaking myself in having a lot of tests done. And I was told by a medical professional that the numbers I was looking at needed to be adjusted a little bit because they were based on the average of today's health, which isn't that healthy. And as I was telling John about it, he was telling me there are certain tests, especially about cholesterol and some other things that you need to know about that your healthcare professional may not be telling you about.
Well, we've been hearing for the last probably 20 or 30 years it's all cholesterol. Cholesterol is the bad guy. Well, Stephen Sinatra, who's a cardiologist, Dr. Russell Blaylock, who's a retired neurosurgeon, these guys are all coming up with different things, and it doesn't revolve around cholesterol. So there's some other tests that when you have done, you should really look at your doctor and say, I'd like to have these tests done in addition to what I've done. Now, anytime you go to a doctor, he's going to take your total cholesterol, he's going to take your HDL, he's going to do your LDL,
yep.
He's going to do your triglycerides.
And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with those terms,
Those
right?
are all kind of standard, okay?
Right.
But there's some other tests that are very important. The first one is homocysteine. Now, homocysteine is a rogue amino acid that bonds to the LDL cholesterol, the bad type of cholesterol, and oxidizes it. It's really oxidized cholesterol that's causing all these problems, okay?
So the homocysteine is the troublemaker.
That's one of the troublemakers.
Okay.
Another one is C-reactive protein. Now, C-reactive protein is a marker that goes up as inflammation goes up in your body. Now, inflammation's the bad guy. No matter what you've heard about everything else.
And it's important to know you could have inflammation whether you feel it just yet or not.
Exactly.
So a C-reactive protein is going to tell you
that's a marker that kind of tells you
there.
what's going
okay,
on
that's
in
good.
there.
That's
yeah.
good. Okay.
There's another one called lipoprotein A. Now, this is a protein we're kind of predisposed to have. If we have high amounts of it, you'll have 70% more heart attacks. Now, interestingly enough, if you take high B complex, it knocks down your homocysteine levels, your lipoprotein A levels. So it's just something is just as simple as taking B complex will cure an awful lot of these things, help a lot of these things, I should say.
Prevent's
a better word.
And B complex is in our Ultralife 121,
Ultralife 121.
the highest amount anywhere. And you know, I don't even know if I told you this yet. When I was doing this testing and talking to this medical professional, he said, you know, if you keep your D levels up, consistently up, he said that is shown again and again and again and again and again to not result in cancer. That's a pretty big statement. Now, he didn't claim cure, he didn't claim any of that. He just said when folks have high D levels, and you're saying the same thing with high B with regard to these three key tests.
We are all operating under deficiencies. Vitamin and mineral deficiencies are the biggest one because our foods are just empty. They don't have anything left in them anymore.
Right. So there's one other test we're going to tell you about on the next episode, and as John was sharing this with me, and again, we told you we invite you into our healthy conversations. We were having one of these healthy conversations off camera, and as he was talking to me about the test we're going to tell you about on the next episode, I said, oh my gosh, it's like the missing secret sauce piece, and nobody knows about it. You know about LDL, right? You know about HDL, but you probably don't know about the one that probably matters more than these other two.
Yes.
We're going to tell you about it on the next episode. So this is kind of known as a cliffhanger in writing. Yeah, we're going to kind of keep you hanging right now. So we'll see you next time right here at Krech Cottage.